Hello friends, if you're new here, my name is Kathy and I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark reseller. I want to show y'all what I'm shipping out today. Starting off with these two pairs of shoes. They sold so quickly they didn't even make it into inventory yet. So this is a pair of Brooks women's sneakers, basically like new. I picked these up at Plato's Closet for $18. They sold in just a couple days on Posh for $66. And then this is a pair of men's Skechers slip-ins. I did pay $15 for these at a regular thrift store just a couple days ago. They sold quickly for $33.71. So not quite doubling my money, but Skechers slip-ins have been doing really well. So I knew I could at least make some profit off of those. All right, we have a hanging item. It should be this guy. All right, this is the brand Rugged Elements. It's just like a shacket. And let me set this down. Sold for $10.76. This came from the Goodwill bins. So anything I tell you that came from the Goodwill bins is pay by the pound, $1.89. So something like this probably weighs a pound and a half. So let's say this cost me $3. So obviously 3 into 10.76 isn't great, but the way that I do my business model is just making more profit than you spent on the item. So there's that one. All right, then we're headed to FL. Got a pair of Teva. Yes, Teva, that is how you say this brand. Sandals, I did get these from the bins. They sold for $35.95 on eBay. Okay, FJ. This is a pair of J. Jill linen blend floral pants. These were actually gifted to me, so no cost of goods. They sold on eBay for $19.95, and everything is also plus shipping. All right, headed to EV. All right, this is the brand Orvis. I just picked this up at the bins because it was a new with tag t-shirt. It did not perform super well. Sold for $6.57 on eBay, but it weighs about 6 ounces. So still making a few dollars off of that. EY. This is a pair of UFO sandals, also from the bins. This pair sold for $31. I love selling UFOs. FP. Pair of Timberland. These are like a youth size. I got these from Once Upon a Child for $2. They sold for $41.97. And why I'm saying I got them at Once Upon a Child for $2 is they were priced at $12, but I had a $10 off coupon on my account. Our Once Upon a Child's give points for selling, and I sell to them weekly, so I always have $10 off coupons with them. FE. This is the brand Rabbit. It's like an athletic apparel. This is from the bins, and it sold for $11.97. And then this is a bundle where one's on this side and the other two are on the other side. So let me grab these and I'll show you. We have a Lennon and Wolf Henley shirt. That was my son's. Same with this childhood shirt. He just never wore this. So these ones I would have paid like a normal amount for. Like both of those shirts total, I probably have $25 to $30 into. These Vans though came from Once Upon a Child when I had a $10 off coupon, so I only paid $1. Somebody bundled these 3 on Posh and offered me $62. So I am still making a small profit and at least making all the money back on stuff that I had purchased for my own kiddos. And then everything else should be on the other side of this row. Let's grab this IKEA bag. And I like to just set stuff here. So BT. All right, this is the brand IEDM. I have no No clue what that even is. I just bought this from the bins because it was new at tag. It sold on eBay for $11.96. Okay, headed to BJ. This is a pair of men's Lululemon joggers. I got these at a regular Goodwill for $5.99. They sold on eBay for $44.95. DM. This is a pair of Skechers slip-ins. These are women's. I paid $9.99 for these at a Goodwill. Somebody asked if I would take 30, so I said yes, and she bought them. BK. This is a pair of Cabela's like base layer pants. I got these from a Goodwill for $3.99. They sold for $17.97 on eBay. Okay, DY. This is a J. Jill like military style jacket. I got this from Whatnot. I paid around $5 for it. It sold on eBay for $34.95. Right, AO. This is the brand White Sierra. This is not a brand I would generally pick up, but these were new at tag, so I grabbed them at the bins. Sold them for $11.97 on eBay. Okay, CS. One of my favorite brands to resell right now. This is Viore. This is just a very basic t-shirt I got from the bins. It sold for $35.95 on eBay and very quickly. All right, last thing, headed to box Z. And then this is a Victoria's Secret like bralette from the bins, sold on eBay for $8.97. I did notice one more sale come through, so I quickly printed the label. We're headed to EL. This is a beautiful embroidered Johnny Was top. So if you are new to reselling, this is definitely a brand you're going to want to look out for. And this sold for $67.46. I got it from the bins. In case you were wondering totals for the day, I did write a little breakdown here. So the gross sales amount came out to $703.90. That is all the item prices plus the shipping that the buyers paid. The fees combined for both eBay and Poshmark came out to $115.29. The shipping that was paid out to ship all the items was $102.33. My cost of goods on the items that I showed you was $107.64, leaving me with a profit for the day of $378.64. I did want to note, cost of goods, that is just an amount I have back now, so I can go respend this $107.64 on new inventory to then flip for more profit. Well, friends, I'm going to get this stuff upstairs packed up into the post office. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, friends.